Welcome to another Tech Help video brought to you by AccessLearningZone.com. I'm your instructor, Richard Rost. Got a good one for you today, folks. I'm going to show you how to build a table of contents in your Microsoft Access reports. And by extension, you could use this to build an index for the end of the report. But I'm going to show you how to do a table of contents. Today's question comes from Juan from Highland Mills, New York. Juan's actually one of the moderators on my website. So he's got a ton of different badges down here, almost as many as Adam. Don't ask. And if you want to know what these all are, well, check out my website. But Juan says, can you show us how to do a table of contents with the page number showing on the first page of the group? I've been working on this for some time and hit a dead stop. Please add to your long list of requests. Well, Juan, challenge accepted. I saw Juan's post in the forums this morning, and I'm like, you know what? That sounds like a great idea, so let's do it. Before we get started, though, this is a developer-level video. What does that mean? Well, we're going to need some programming. Unfortunately, Access does not have a means to automatically generate a table of contents like Microsoft Word does. So we have to use a little bit of code and a little bit of ingenuity, but it's not super hard. But you will need a little bit of programming. So if you've never done any VBA programming before, go watch this. It's about 20 minutes long. It'll teach you everything you need to know to get started. You should have a good grasp on table relationships. We are going to use a report grouping level to indicate where each item in the index or in the table of contents appears. So we're going to want the page number for the group header. Okay, we're going to do customers and contacts, but this could be categories and products or vehicles and drivers or whatever. We're going to do a little bit of SQL, so go watch this video if you've never worked with SQL before. And finally, Adam's favorite, we're going to be working with some TempVars. Just one, but if you've never used a TempVar before, don't worry about it. They're easy, but you can go watch this video to learn more about them. These are all free videos. They're on my website. They're on my YouTube channel. Go watch them all. Come on back, and I'll be ready for you. All right, here I am in my Tech Help free template. This is a free database. You can download a copy off my website if you want to. And in here, I've got customers, right? Big long list of customers, and each customer can have one or more contacts associated. This is an instance of talking with that customer, right? You got information about them, you talk to them on the phone, they came in for an appointment, whatever, you put notes in here. Okay, so we're going to make a report that's going to be customers with their contacts, and the group is going to be customer, and the contact is going to be the detail items. Okay, but first, before we do that, we'll need a query. So let's go to Create, Query Design. We can close this. I'm going to bring in customers and contacts. And we're going to make this join a left join like that. That way we'll see all the customers, whether or not they have contacts. And let's bring in the fields we'll need. Let's bring in customer ID, first name, and last name. And then from the contact table, I will bring in the contact date, the description, and the notes. We'll save this as the customer contact query. And if you run it and take a look at what we got, there you go. Right? For every customer, you'll see all their contacts. So this will be the group in the report, and this will be the detail information. Okay, very simple, straightforward query. Let's take this and build a report from it. All right, I'll just do it from scratch. Create, report design. I'm going to turn off this. We don't need this just yet. We're going to come back to it in a minute. Let's open up the properties for the report. Let's change the record source to that query that we just built, the customer contact queue. Now we can close that. Add existing fields. We're going to bring all these fields in. Click on the first one, click on the last one, click and drag, drop them right there. Close the field list. And I'm going quickly because this is all covered in those other videos that I mentioned earlier. So if you're a little lost, go watch those other videos, okay? This is how my regular classes are. In the developer lessons, I go a little faster because I assumed you watched all the beginner and expert lessons. All right. I'm going to delete all these labels. We don't need them. We're going to take the customer ID, first name, and last name and put them there. All right. I'm going to left align all these guys. Format, left align. Maybe make these bold, right? All right. The contact date's going to go over here. The description will go next to it. Like that, and then the notes will go underneath right there. Okay, let's bring that section bottom up, click and drag, Click and drag. Okay. Let's save this. Customer contact R. And let's get a print preview. Right click, print preview. Okay, looks good. But I want the contacts to appear once under the customer. So we're going to use a grouping level for that. So back to design view. This is where we turn on grouping and sorting. It's that thing that I turned off earlier. I just wanted more space. All right, we're going to add a group. The group is customer ID. And I got a group header. I don't need a group footer for this one, so that's fine. Once you've created that group, we can actually close this thing. Now, don't click that X, click that X, because this X deletes the group. A note for the Microsoft team. Sammy, put this on the list. This and this are too close to each other. People click on this one all the time. So that's bad. Okay, close that. All right. One of my other moderators, Sammy's keeping a list of all the things, suggestions for the Access team to fix. All right, now that we got this group header, we're going to take these guys, cut them out, Control X, click here in the header, paste them in, and there they go. All right, I'm going to make this a little bit bigger. We're going to slide those down just a touch. And then now we can take these and slide them up like that. And there we go. Save it, close it. Let's take another peek. All right, where are we at here? Right here, right click, print preview. And there we go, looks better. I'm not a big fan of that alternating detail rows here. So what we're going to do is we're going to turn that off, kind of. We're going to go into the detail section here. We're going to turn this alternate background color off here to no color. I'm going to make this background color. Well, we'll leave it background 1. I'm going to make the header, though. We're going to change the header color. So again, here, make that no color. And we'll make this, let's go with a light gray, like that. Which means we then need to make these transparent. So we'll go to Format, and we'll pick this, and we'll go Transparent. And that'll look better. Okay. Save it, close it, close it. Let's open it again. Right-click, print preview. All right, looks much better. See? There's me. There's the next customer there. Got a couple more formatting things to do here. First, let's get rid of all these borders. All these borders are nasty. So Design View. We're going to select everybody, go to Format, find the shape outline, and go to Transparent. All right. Next, if you notice, we had a whole lot of wasted space in here, right? Because not every one of these has notes under it. Some do, some don't. Let's see. So what we're going to do is we're going to select all of these down here, all of those. We're going to come over to Format, and we're going to find Can Grow and Can Shrink. We're going to set those both to yes. We're also going to set the detail section to Can Grow, Can Shrink, both of those to yes. So these boxes can disappear if they don't exist, or they can get bigger because you can have a lot of notes in there, right? And the detail section itself can grow and shrink. That's another thing people always ask me about. All right, now save it. Let's close this, close it. Let's go one more time into print preview. And okay, that looks a lot better. Okay, still got a few things here like our dates down here, right? Let's format those dates. This means that that box is too narrow because there's probably dates and times in there. So we're going to open up this. We're going to go to the format property here, right there. We're going to put in the ISO date standard format, which everyone should use, YYYY-MM-DD. If you want to learn more about that, I'll put a link down below to my ISO date video. I'm on a mission to make the whole world use ISO dates. All right. And we can also, did we left align everybody? Let's make sure we did here. I think I did earlier. I forgot now. I'm getting old and senile. Okay. All right. Let's make this look like that. Save it. Close it. We're almost done with the formatting. I can't work if my report isn't formatted properly. And it just, you're not going to get the right effect anyways with the table of contents. Okay. So there's Richard Ross. There's that. Dates look good. Contacts look good. All right. Everything looks good. This guy can grow and shrink. Beautiful. All right. The report looks perfect. Now we can actually get to some work. So the goal is for this assignment, let's call this our homework assignment here. We want to create a table of contents, and I want to mark for each customer what page they start on. All right, this is page 1. If I go to page 2, right, I can see Reginald Barkley is on page 2. Jordy LaForge is on page 2. Let's go to the next page. Right, I want my table of contents to say Mr. Spock is on page 3. How do we get that information? Well, it's difficult because we have to let the report run through itself once on all the pages before we can actually get the page numbers for each of those customer ID headers. It's tricky, but we can see what those page numbers are if we go to events for the section header, right? The customer ID header. Find the on print event right down here. On print event. All right, we're going to hit the ... button, open up the VB editor. All right, we're in the print event for that section. All right, now right in here, let's just do this. Message box. Let's message box first name, which is a field in here, and a space, and then the page number, which is just page. Okay, page is a special variable. Access knows what it is. All right, now, if I print preview, right click, print preview, bing, Richard 1, James 1, Deanna 1, Jean-Luc 1, William 1. Okay, so all of those page headers ran. And they're all ones. These are all on page 1. Guess what? If I go to the next page, all those run. Malcolm, page 2, Wesley, Tasha, and so on. All the page 2 headers are generated. Okay, there's all the page 2 people. Now, I don't want to message box that stuff. I want to save that information, right? I want the report to run through once, tell me what all of those page numbers are. Let's save that data in a table. Okay, because once we got that, then we can close the report and then reopen it another time and put that table of contents information in it. Okay, that's the tricky part. So let's get rid of this for now. We don't need this just yet. Okay, we're going to come back to you. Hold on to it. All right, close this. Let's make a table to store this data in. So create, table design. This will be our table of contents. So TOC ID, we'll put an auto number first. All right, we'll put description in here. This is going to be what appears in the table of contents. This can be anything, depending on what you're doing. And you can use this table for multiple reports if you want to. So it could be for, your first name and last name. It could be the product name, whatever you're doing. Then we need a page number, which is our number. And that's it. Save it. TOCT. All right, and you could do T little OC if you want to, if you want to be picky. All right, so now what we're going to do is when this thing runs, we're going to, instead of message boxing it, we're going to feed that data into here using an append query. Okay, so let's go back over here to our code. And right here, we're going to say current db.execute. This is how we run an SQL statement. Insert into the TOCT, the thing we just created. What are the fields? Description, page number. All right, put a space there. Don't forget that space. We're going to continue the line. And now we need to put in here, let's put first name and last name together, comma, and then the page number. Okay, so it's going to look like this. Values, quote, 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 because we got to put double quotes inside the SQL string, right? Because first name and last name are a string, so they have to be inside double quotes. And if you're not familiar with double quotes, I got a whole separate video on double quotes. I'll put a link to that down below in the link section as well. All right, so now we're in here. We're going to do first name and a space and last name, or you could do last name, comma, first name, however you want it to look. I don't care. They're your Legos, right? Now we got to close the double quotes and then comma and then put the page number. All right, just like that. There's our SQL statement. So each time this group header is printed, is generated on the screen, right? Print preview, same thing. It's going to insert a line into that table with the first name, last name, and the page number. Okay? Save it. Always handy to throw a debug compile in there. Come back over here. Let's close the report. And now let's open it again. Right click, print preview. Okay. Now, nothing appears to have happened, but let's take a look at that table. Look at that. Okay, there's all the page 1 people. Now, it didn't get all of the people because we only generated page 1. So we'll see how to get the rest of the pages in here tomorrow. We got lots more to do with this database, folks, but tune in tomorrow, same bad time, same bad channel, for part 2. And of course, if you're a member, you can watch it right now. because I'm going to record it in just a few minutes. But that's going to be the Tech Help video for today. I hope you learned something. Live long and prosper, my friends. I'll see you next time. I'll see you tomorrow for part 2. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up and post any comments you may have below. I do try to read and answer all of them as soon as I can. Make sure you subscribe to my channel, which is completely free. Click the bell icon and select all to receive notifications when new videos are posted. Want to learn more? Click the Show More link below the video to find additional resources and links. YouTube does a pretty good job of hiding it. It's right down there. See this part of the description here, right? The name, the video's up here. There's a little Show More down there, right down the bottom. It's kind of hard to find. But once you click on that, you'll see a list of other videos, additional information related to the current topic, free lessons, and lots more. And YouTube no longer sends out email notifications when new videos are posted like they used to do. But if you'd like to get an email every time I post a new video, click on the link to join my mailing list. And you can pick how frequently to get emails from me, either as they happen, daily, weekly, or monthly. Now, if you'd like to become a paid member of my channel and receive all kinds of awesome perks, click on the Join button. You'll see a list of all the different membership levels that are available, each with its own special perks, including my extended cut videos, access to my code vault, lots of VBA source code in there, template downloads, and lots more. I'll talk more about these perks at the end of the video. Even if you don't want to commit to becoming a paid member and you'd like to help support my work, please feel free to click on the tip jar link. Your patronage is greatly appreciated and will help keep these free videos coming. I got some puppies to feed. But don't worry, no matter what, these free Tech Help videos are going to keep coming. As long as you keep watching them, I'll keep making more, and they'll always be free. Now, if you really want to learn Access and you haven't tried my free Access Level 1 course, check it out now. It covers all the basics of Microsoft Access, including building forms, queries, reports, and more. It's over 4 hours long. You can find it on my website or on my YouTube channel. I'll put a link down below you can click on. And did I mention it's completely free? The whole thing, free, 4 hours. Go watch it. And okay, a lot of you have told me that you don't have time to sit through a 4-hour course. So I do now have a quicker Microsoft Access for Beginners video that covers all the basics faster in about 30 minutes. And no, I didn't just put the video on fast forward. But I'll put a link to this down below as well. Now, if you like level 1, level 2 is just $1. That's it, $1. And that's another whole 90-minute course. Level 2 is also free for paid members of any level, including supporters. So if you're a member, go watch level 2. It's free. Okay, want to get your question answered in a video just like this one? Visit my Tech Help page and send me your question there. Members get priority, of course. While I do try to read and respond to all of the comments posted below in the comments section, I only have time to go through them briefly a couple of times a month, and sometimes I get thousands of them. So send me your question here on the Tech Help page, and you'll have a better chance of getting it answered. And while you're on my website, be sure to stop by my Access forum. We've got lots of lively conversations about Microsoft Access and other topics. I have a fantastic group of moderators who help me answer questions. Shout out to Alex, Kevin, Scott, Adam, John, Dan, Juan, and everybody else who helps out on the site. I appreciate everything you do. I couldn't do it without you. Be sure to follow my blog, find me on Twitter, and of course on YouTube. Yeah, I'm on Facebook too, but I don't like Facebook. Don't get me started. Now, let's talk more about those member perks if you do decide to join as a paid member. There are different levels: Silver, Gold, Platinum, and Diamond. Silver members and up get access to all of my extended cut Tech Help videos, one free beginner class every month, and some other perks. Gold members get all the previous perks, plus access to download the sample databases that I build in my Tech Help videos, plus access to my code vault where I keep tons of different functions that I use, the code that I build in most of the videos. You'll also get higher priority if you do submit any Tech Help questions. Now, answers are never guaranteed, but you do go higher in the list for me to read them. And if I like your question, you got a good chance of it being answered. You'll also get one free expert level class each month after you've finished the beginner series. Platinum members get all the previous perks plus even higher priority for Tech Help questions. You get access to all of my full beginner level courses for every subject. And I cover lots of different subjects like Word, Excel, VBA, ASP, lots of different stuff, not just Access. These are the full-length courses found on my website. You get all the beginner ones. In addition, once you finish the expert classes, you get one free developer class per month. So lots of training. And finally, you can also become a Diamond sponsor. You'll have your name or your company name listed on a sponsors page that will be shown on each video as long as you're a sponsor. You'll get a shout out in the video and a link to your website or product in the text below the video and on my website. So that's it. Once again, my name is Richard Rost. Thank you for watching this video brought to you by AccessLearningZone.com. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you learned something today. Live long and prosper, my friends. I'll see you again soon.